Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Love and Odd. Today we're going to do a review of S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Son Goku Daima. As it says right here, Son Goku Daima. Usually the names would be way more longer than that, but I'm glad it's short. Let me know, do y'all guys like Dragon Ball Daima? I wasn't a fan of myself, sub and dub. I don't know, I tried to get into it, but I felt like they just turned everyone into little kids just to make more toys. That's the excuse. But anyways, so I got this new Goku figure that I know it came out in 2025. I think not in August. Was it February? I can't remember really. But some people were liking this figure, some people were not liking it just by the look of it. When I first saw the photos, I liked it. So let's just take a look at the whole figure and the box itself first of all. So let's just take a look. We got the figure itself, Goku. It looks really nice, not that bad. I do have some problems. We're going to take a look at what I have with my copy. And then, of course, we have S.H.Figuarts, Son Goku, Daima. And if you see here, it's a nice, like, purple. I know sometimes they change the lettering sometimes of the colors, and I think it looks pretty nice. We got the authentic sticker right here. Pretty cool. And then we got another little sticker right there. And we got other stuff. And right here, of course, we got Dragon Ball Daima. And, of course, Goku himself. I wish my faceplate was that clean and nice. You will see what I'm talking about. And then, of course, on the side, more little images just to show with the name right there. And, of course, really nothing much right here, but except on the side, it's more stuff right there that says Son Goku Daima. And then on the back, just, well, really nothing much. I really wish that they would gone to the old school packaging from, like, 2009 or whenever they had, like, their colorful packaging. Because they look like a comic book, but now they look so bland with the packaging. But man, but size-wise, not that bad. So let's take a look. And also, before we continue, you do get instructions right here. There's more stuff right here, but since I know how to just mess with the S.H.Figuarts, but it does show you how to take it off. So, not bad. So, of course, we have right here a pretty good tray. Not that bad. I like the tray. I like the look. So let's take a look at this figure. So with Dragon Ball or with any S.H.Figuarts figure, they will usually put a bag over the character, but they don't have that anymore. Usually they will put a bag in their sleeves or around their waist, but not anymore. So let's take a look at the accessories first and then later on the figure himself. So first of all, let's take a look at the hairpiece. I really like this hairpiece. I don't think it's that bad. Not pretty bad, not pretty bad. So this one is in a windswept hair. So just in case if you want to put it in any action pose, just in case, of course, if you want to take it off like this, there you go. Those little holes right there. Not bad. Fits in pretty nicely, not pretty loose. So it's good. I like the hairdo. I like what they've done with this. And again, I'm probably, maybe, because I know I'm going to just switch him around, probably pose him up with this hairdo. Not bad, though. I do like that. And then, of course, we got this, I would say skirt, but I know it's just his little key outfit. But with this outfit, right? That's his outfit. It's a key, right? I could be right or wrong. Anyways, so, sorry, let's continue on. But with this, it's just in a windswept, just a windswept little outfit, just so you can, like, move his leg around way more, get better articulations, get any different poses instead of just having him just, well, with his normal key. So, looks pretty good. I like the way it looks, just orange. I know people were complaining about the color, but to me, I do not think the color is that bad. I think it looks pretty good either way. But of course, and right here, if you look closely, you have little holes that if you look closely, they look pretty different. This one looks more, yeah, this one looks a bit more bigger. This one looks more smaller. You will see that show, well, I'll show you later on when we take the figure and switch out with his accessories. And of course, we got a more serious Goku, which I most likely will have to use. Forced to use it, you will see what I'm talking about. But I do like it. It's way more cartoony with the new animation. I don't mind the way that they look in the series, but man, this looks pretty good. I like this. Very clean. Way more better than the Son Goku, which I did review a long time ago. But man, I think this is probably gonna beat it. I mean, my goodness, that looks pretty good. So looks pretty good with the paint, not that bad. No smudges, no messed up things. You see some marks around his cheeks. You see his little lips. You see his eyebrows, the eyes. It looks pretty nice, and you see his little sideburns if you look right there. So this time they added the sideburns, not that bad. And then of course we have a just a side eye. He's looking to the left, more angry head. So again, really not that bad. I don't know how I'm gonna pose him up with an action pose, maybe the more serious look. And then of course his last one is a screaming face. I like all of these faceplates. They look pretty good. So not that bad, but to me, really nothing much to say. I mean, like the painting, like the paint job on this is way more better than how it was on the tongue, the teeth. I mean, just even the skin tone looks really good. But hold on, I'm just gonna just try to grab it. But all of these three face plates, you do get them with your Goku mini. I call it Kid Goku. It's just a Kid Goku. Who cares? But it's called Goku Mini with the Dragon Ball Daima, and they basically have the same faceplate as the Mini Goku, but not that bad. I like it. And then of course we're just gonna show one, but you do get two pairs. So you get his maybe his Kamea Blast hand. Kamea Blast, Kamehameha. However you pronounce it, I don't know. Once in a while, I just kind of switch it up. But anyway, so you have these posed hands. Really not that bad. I like the details that the way it looks. Looks pretty good. Not that bad. Not a lot of paint job, but like just sculpt wise and the little details that they put around, I think it looks pretty good. Then you got his little fingernails. If you look closely, not that bad. And well, really nothing much to say. Just looks pretty good. So, and then he got more of a martial arts fighting pose hands. You get two of these, so not that bad as well. Probably another accessory I'm gonna use. I don't know what accessories I'm gonna have him post up with, but these look pretty good. I like them the way that they look. Looks pretty nice. So I mean, not that much paint, crazy paint job is going on in this, but looks pretty good. I like it. And then of course you get two of these, and this is a more open. Maybe you could just have him like about attack someone, then have his fist ready. Maybe I don't know, just something you could probably have him just holding someone's face. But this is a more open palm hand, so not that bad. Not even a relaxed, not a calm, just more of an open palm hand. And not that bad of a little details itself. It's just pretty simple. Not a lot of crazy paint job. Now, let's look at the figure himself, because I did get mine on eBay. But yeah, I know you could get this like on a Big Bad Toy Store or even a Walmart. I know Walmart probably has it. Target, GameStop, Amazon, of course. But with my copy, I am pretty disappointed, and I'm gonna be forced to use all of his other faceplates when I want him to just look normal. So you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So head sculpt wise, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, right? Not that bad. Not nothing too much. Then you look at the face, and then you just see, holy shit, what the hell happened to Goku? He looked like he just got beaten up. What do you see this paint job? The line is way perfect. I don't know what happened here, but let's just look at the head sculpt with this one. Of course, with his hair, it looks pretty good. It feels more hard, but a bit like the texture feels more different than what it was on the original one, so not bad. And then his hair, of course, with the same thing as of the windswept hair. There's a little line, so you could just see where to take his faceplate off. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed about the face sculpt. Like paint job, it looks good, like when you look at the package, how it looks on the package, it looks good. But some copies, maybe not. You're gonna have yours looking this bad. I'm not gonna have him ever posed up with this. This really disappoints me. I'm really upset about it. But it is what it is. But I mean, face wise, look, when you just have it like this, looks pretty good. I like the way it looks, very cartoony. But then, of course, just that messed up paint job. So, can't really save it. Can't really do nothing much about it. But let's take a look at his other faceplates. We're not even gonna do another face swap with this one with this windswept hair. It's just whatever. It really got me upset. But let's just take a look at this one. And it's crazy because I've always ordered stuff on Amazon of S.H.Figuarts, and none of them had like bad paint jobs. So it's crazy. So with this one, that looks pretty good. There we go. That looks way better. A way more better clean faceplate right there. I like this. This is most likely how I'm gonna pose Goku up. I do like the way it looks. They're all very cartoony. I like the way that they look. They have a nice feel. The head is also way more bigger than what it was, which I like way more. I like how it has a bit more I was gonna say weight to it, but there's not weight to the head. Well, anyways, that's not the point. The point is, what I'm trying to say, I like the face plates and the face sculpts that they have. Again, we got this one more of an just the angry look, just him looking like that. I like it. It looks fantastic. I mean, my goodness, I'm really impressed. Well, we're gonna talk some ups and downs, but faceplates I really like, and I just want to show these faceplates right off the bat before we look at anything else. Because look at this. Again, it's just beautiful. Now, since I already showed you basically, oh, that little smudge is coming everywhere. I do not know where that's coming from. Anyways, so that's not the point. The point is, okay, well, don't know if I scratched it. Probably, but that I can fix that later. Anyways, so if you look closely with this one, we're just gonna use this head sculpt just for now, because of course we don't gotta look at everything, and I don't want to take up your time while making this video. But here we go. Looks pretty good. Now, before we continue on with the whole body is new, by the way. I'm pretty sure new peg for the neck over here. We have some new legs. We got some new shoulders, new feet as well. So there's a lot of new stuff, but also some old stuff you've seen before. So of course, this looks pretty good. Now, let's take a look at the aesthetics, just the way he looks. It looks so beautiful. I wish they did how they did the paint job back in the day of S.H.Figuarts. Even though I don't collect a lot, I've seen some of their older ones where all of their paint jobs and the boxes themselves, the boxes look way more colorful and way more better. But the paint job, they always had some good extra shading. Even some third parties, they would also use like extra shading. So man, I just wish that with S.H.Figuarts they would do something like that. But no, they don't. But with this body, it looks pretty good. I know some people don't like the skinny arms, but that's how he looks in the anime, so it is what it is. I'm not getting mad about the accuracy, so not bad. So the orange looks pretty good. I like the way that he looks. He has a nice, he just looks beautiful. So let's take a look at his articulation. So articulation wise, head looking up, not that bad. It's pretty decent, not amazing, but gets by. And then looking down, yeah, I want to make sure that the neck, yeah, there we go. So looking up, not that bad, okay. Then looking down, you don't get that much, but unless you move the neck, which we will look at, and then side to side. So yeah, looking down, you don't get that much unless you move the whole neck, which, by the way, the neck, pretty good. So up and down very well with the neck, up, down, so pretty good. I like the neck. not that bad. It is a bit gappy, but certain angles like this, you could just switch it. But just him just standing neutral, that's how it looks. So it looks a bit weird. Then all of this, by the way, rubber material, and I like that. It's better. We're gonna talk about that because the way he is, it feels weird. I'm still getting used to this body, this whole body. I'm getting used to because T-posing looks pretty good, and then arms. Oh, see, I'm gonna talk to you about that. So with both of my arms, they've both come out, but they're not broken. It's nothing messed up. But they are drop downs. There are drop downs, but if you look closely, it's supposed to go up, and then not a lot going back, but because it's the butterfly joints, the new joints that they have. So let me fix that joint right here. It's nothing bad. And then the hole, and then there you go. See, so it's fine. It's all good. No worries. So be careful though, because both of mine come off, but I could just put them back together, which is good. So not that bad with the rotation. And then of course, swivel right here, as always, swivel. And then double jointed right there. Looks pretty smooth, but at the same time, I'm like, well, there's an extra. I know, it looks a bit wonky. Sometimes it looks a bit smooth. Then we look at it, I don't know. Something about it. But doesn't look bad. It moves pretty well. And side to side hinge. Of course, you can just change whatever you want, the way you want. Sideways, back and forth, up and down, whatever. Do your thing. But anyways. So, let's continue. Now, over here with the butterfly joints, they're pretty. See how they move? They're pretty well done. I like the way that they look, cause with the with all the Gokus, for some reason they kept that one with the sleeves that kept going up and down, and this is the one I've seen with, I think, a Gohan a long time ago. I can't remember. But man, I've always wanted them to do this with the sleeves. They even did it with the Kid Goku from Dragon Ball GT, and never until now, they did it now, and I don't know why. I don't know why. The original, the Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Son Goku, Saiyan Raised on Earth, that one's pretty good. But the way that this looks so much better. Of course, when you look at the back, it looks weird. But when you look at this, it looks so much better. Which we will look at the articulations and the posing. I mean, we are looking at the articulations, but I mean, like, the poses later. But yeah, he moves pretty well. I like the way he moves. But yeah, and then of course, side to side, you don't get a lot. Up, you not that much, and then down. I want to be sure because I've seen people. I don't know. I've seen people move this figure, and anytime they move theirs, because I don't want to go too hard. Because if you look closely, so let's look at the joints before we continue. So this is where you could have your pegs. This is your little peg where you connect to your body. And the way it looks, not that bad. There's this one's more smaller than this one's a bit more bigger. Of course, since we're gonna look at accessories, well, actually, we are gonna look at the articulation later. So we're gonna need this to help us out because we are gonna do some high kicks, since I do want to show you that properly before we continue on moving up with another accessory, because that's gonna be important on for later. So that's the joints. It looks pretty good. And then just like the bottom as well, before I should have done that as well. Nothing much, just looks like that. This one looks more, this one, yeah, this one looks more smaller. This one looks more bigger, like I told you. And of course, let's continue on, because not that bad. But anyways, so let's continue on talking about the figure himself. He moves, like I said, pretty good, but we still got more to talk about. Of course, kicking wise, not that bad. He kicks pretty well, but then when you see the side right here, it opens up. And I've seen so many people like have their Goku kicking so high, and I'm like, how the heck did you? Like he kicks pretty good. He kicks pretty good, unless, yeah, there you go. So before we do that, actually, there is a rotation. So if you do want to kick, yeah, there we go. Looks pretty good, kick wise. I don't mind that. Looks pretty good. And of course, like I showed you, rotation on the thighs. So very, very good, much better. And right here, single jointed. The way that they sculpted the pants, I'm pretty impressed, because I was a bit negative on the single jointed part, but I'm like, you know what, maybe it's gonna be good. And it's actually pretty good. Moving this figure, he moves so well. Like, good lord, the way he moves. I love it. So there you go. Have him post up like that. But yeah, so single jointed on the legs, moves pretty well, looks pretty good, and I love it. And if I like it, you're probably gonna like it as well, because I don't like lying to my audience, and I like to be honest with the reviews I am doing for you guys. So let's continue. So it's on a little ball joint. As you see here, it looks pretty far right there, but then to the side, you see the ball right there, but it moves so well. It looks pretty good. And of course, you have a little joint right here, a little boot cut on the boot cut. It doesn't do no rotation, but it does move around like that. But since we got done with that, let's go back to the ball joint. The ball joint moves pretty well, better than ever. Also, this part, I think, was it the, I think for any Goku, sometimes he has this little part, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember. And with that one, it will be plastic. This one is way more rubbery than it is, and it feels much better without the material they're using. So, I really like this Goku. I mean, my goodness, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. But let me continue on talking about this figure, because there's still more other details we gotta talk about. Continuing on with this figure, because like I said, I know that they're gonna do a Dragon Ball Z Goku this later on in 2026, later on this year, and I don't know if, okay, I was just making sure. I thought that something was wrong with my joints, but there you go. So we got him with his little key. Looks pretty good. Just him standing straight as well. His legs close way more better, because the other one will be a bit more gappy. It's still a little gappy, but not too much gappy. So it looks pretty good. So let me just switch him with another accessory, since we don't really have a lot of accessories, but we will just pose them up real quick. And I'm going to tell you if this figure is worth it or not, because there are some things that I like and things that, well, I kind of don't like. I know, shocking, right? I know. Give you my honest opinion. Crazy. So, but the review is not over yet, and we will. Now, there we go. So, there we go. So I have him in just like a little random fighting pose. Just look how good that ball joint is. And of course, with as always, I just forgot about this part, but everyone knows with their S.H.Figuarts, you get good articulation with the butt. With the butt. It sounds like I was about to say with the butts. What the heck? My apologies. With the boots. Good lord, I apologize. With the boots over here. So looks pretty good. Feels pretty good. I like the way that he looks. And now we're gonna use another hand, and just there we go. So there we go. Now with these hands, I really am. With some of these hands, you've seen these hands before, I know, and but they are still good because they are hand movements you see Goku do in the show. In any show, really, in any of the spin-offs or movies, you see Goku just. Wait, well, does any of the other shows, does that consider a spin-off with Dragon Ball Daima, or just consider it a sequel? What is that technically? Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, let's take a look at this articulation right here with. There we go. There we go. There we go. So there he is, looking like he's about to get a little Kamehameha right there, a little Kamehameha blast, as you see. I said it a bit weird than usual, but it moves very well. It just feels good. It feels good. I'm not gonna try to pose him up right there. We're just gonna continue on, because man, I have a lot of things to say. And last but not least, let's just take a look. There we go. There we go. There we go. So with this one, this is just gonna be the last one, because with the hands and with the accessories, some people were complaining, but to me, as long as a figure is really good, as long as it's wonderful, as long as it moves very well, as long as it feels just great to move around, it's all important to me. But okay, there we go. See, so this is Goku. Just there we go. Not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. There we go. So it looks way more better than how it looked. So just by itself, this figure moves it moves wonderful. It moves very wonderful, moves very well. I do have some problems with my copy, because with my copy, it just has a messed up faceplate. So in case you pick this up at your local store, like I told you earlier, just be careful, because you don't know if online or maybe at the store, you're gonna just find it with the mess of faceplate. Even online, if you do, then make sure you make a return, because you don't want to have one with the mess of faceplate. But it looks pretty good. I love the way that he looks. He's so cartoony. It feels great. It looks great. So you also get two hair pieces as well. You get two hair pieces. You get, I guess, kilts, skirts. What are these? What do you call it? I know it's his outfit's a key, but anyway, the point is, you get two of those. You get three face plates. Well, four face plates, but I'm going to use three of them since this one is really messed up. That is very disappointing. And you get four pairs of hands. You get some open hands. You get some fist hands, of course. You get some little gripping hands. Oops. And then you get some fighting hands. So that's pretty good for a $35 Goku figure. It's pretty good. So I would recommend getting this. So what am I going to give this? I'm going to give it an 8.5. An 8.5. I do wish that we could have some like effect pieces, but you never get that. I know with some of the is it Super Saiyan 4? Because they brought that back in Dragon Ball Daima Super Saiyan 4. The mini version, they gave him accessories, but they don't give a Goku an accessory. Come on now. But either way, this is a wonderful figure, so I would highly recommend this figure if you want a great Goku figure. This is beautiful. This feels good. This feels wonderful. So 8 8.5. That's it. 8.5, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day in this big, crazy world. And I hope y'all guys be safe. I'll see y'all guys another time. Goodbye.